This is the backflow preventer that I'll be replacing. It's about 20 years old and it's barely functioning, but it does function. It did pass the last test. It requires an annual test by a licensed tester. The fee's about $60. You can see the water flow though goes from left to right. I did add a third shut-off valve over here at the bottom right, because the other ones were kind of hard to turn. But like I said, it did pass the last test, but it was recommended that I probably replace it, so I bought with this one here. You can see again I have it set at the correct orientation, water from left to right, and this is the way I bought it, other than the PVC attachments that I have there. But the shut-off valves are in the wrong place. They should be on the opposite side here to match what I have here. I could actually install it like this, but it's a little bit inconvenient to turn the valves that close to the wall. So I'll be replacing those, well, not replacing them, but just taking them off and reinstalling them in the correct order. And here's a close-up of the FEBCO 765. It's a 1-inch pipe here. And here I've done it. I've reinstalled the shut-off valves, and I put these PVC fittings here or couplings to match what I have there. I did remove all of the Teflon tape and put some new Teflon tape with a little bit of pipe joint compound or sealant. And here I'm using a PVC cutter. You can't use a hacksaw, but you get a cleaner cut with the PVC cutter. I have the water shut off at the street here, so some water should come out as soon as I make the cut here, but that's no big deal. It did take a little bit of my strength to get this done here. And here we go, as far up as possible here to try to keep the same type of orientation. The next, I'll be deburring this. There's a little bit of water coming in through this pipe here. This is where the water flow is, from again left to right. So I'll be using a few items here to deburr the area where I cut. Then I'll be using some purple cleaner or primer and some clear regular cement to reinstall or install the new backflow preventer. And this third valve that I had used, I guess I installed it about 3 years ago, this one right here. I'm going to leave it there, but I'm not going to use it, so that it'll be in the open position here. Parallel to the pipe is open, perpendicular to the pipe is turned off. So I'll just be using the ones that come with the backflow preventer. And I paid about $75 for the backflow preventer at Home Depot, but I've had it for over a year. I bought it anticipating that I would have to replace it. If you go buy one today, it'll probably cost you close to $100, somewhere in there, depending on the size, whether it's 1 inch or 3/4. This one's a 1 inch. So this is just a dry fit here, just to make sure that everything falls into place. All I need to do now is just put the primer purple primer and the clear cement. And again, when I reinstalled the there's the primer there, purple primer. When I reinstalled the shutter valves in the correct orientation, I did add use new Teflon tape and a little bit of pipe sealant or joint compound or pipe dope, whatever you want to call that. Adding the cement here. I've got the two containers on a chair to the left, so they're off camera there, but that's where I'm getting the primer and the cement. And I kind of err on the side of too much rather than too little, because I've had situations where I don't add enough of the cement and I get some leaks, at least one other time. And when I push down on the bottom one on the left here, a little bit of a turn here, supposed to be like a quarter turn, and the other one is just one option, and that's just to push it together and hold it. Recommended at least 30 seconds. I did actually more than that. And I did have a senior moment on this one here. As you'll see, as soon as I release this, it happens occasionally. And you can see where I have the elbow and my right hand there, I'm covering it up. You can see at the base there's no purple primer showing. So I didn't put any primer or cement there. I did realize it afterwards though, but I went ahead and took the video, uploaded it to my computer and just did some editing, and actually came back the next day. You can see no primer. So that's not good. So I let it sit there for a day, and now you can see there's plenty of leeway there. I was able to just pull that up, and I'm just going to add primer and cement, and push it back in, and we're good to go. There it is, a little bit messy. And I'm not a licensed blower. I'm not even a plumber at all. I'm just a do-it-yourself guy here. But the guy that does the testing, I told him I was going to do it, and he said to go ahead and do it. And he would, next time he tested it, it worked okay, no problem. I don't anticipate having any issues with it. So now you can see the valves there are parallel to the pipes. They're in the open position, and the water's turned on. So I'm going to water the front with the sprinkler system, irrigation, and come back and check. There we have it. And I saved about $150 or more because I did it myself. That's not counting the backflow. Like I said, it cost about $75, but everything worked out fine. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.